Scientists started making clones by enticing embryos to divide into two identical twins. This process produces animals that are exact genetic copies of each other, and it results in identical twins of the same age. But scientists hope to clone animals in a way that would make identical copies for successive generations. And that way you could produce everlasting copies of your super-fast horse or beloved pooch. Then in 1997, Dolly the Sheep was cloned in Scotland using a revolutionary new process. She was the first mammal ever cloned using the technique of nuclear transfer. Dolly's creation was a scientific surprise at the time, and people reacted with both amazement and fear. While the mammal cloning feat itself was incredible, many people wondered and worried, mostly about how long it might be before humans were duplicated in this manner. But in 2005, a United Nations declaration prohibiting human cloning calmed many of these concerns. And in the meantime, a Texas-based company called TransOva Genetics has become the undisputed leader in the animal cloning industry. And more recently, a branch of the company has focused on the cloning of pets, emphasizing the appeal of a forever pet while explaining the cloning process. For example, suppose a sample of cells are taken from your beloved pet dog Sparky that you've decided to clone. These cells are cultured in the lab and then frozen for preservation. One of Sparky's cells is used to replace the nucleus of a female dog's egg. Sparky's cell and the egg then join together and the resulting embryo starts to grow and divide. And since the embryo contains Sparky's DNA, an exact genetic copy of Sparky will be created. The embryo is then transplanted into a surrogate mother. And after a normal pregnancy, the surrogate mom gives birth to a peppy, new Sparky 2. Hi guys, Dr. Tom here, DIY Science Guy. And so now it's time to do our activity, because if you watch it, you forget. But if you do it, you remember. So let's do it. Use pen and paper to diagram the cloning process for your favorite pet. You can use her picture or draw it if you prefer. Draw some cells that would be carefully removed from your pet. And select one of the cells to be the donor clone cell. Fuse the donor cell with the egg. And show the embryo being implanted in the surrogate mother. Following pregnancy, the birth of your favorite pet, again. As might be expected, this commitment to cloning does not come cheap. You can replicate your cat for 35 grand. Duplicate your dog for 50 grand, or carbon copy your Clydesdale for 85,000. While the costs are high, who can put a price tag on that amazing pet that loved you unconditionally for all those years? It's pretty amazing to consider that you could actually clone your beloved hippopotamus just in time for Christmas.